Hello, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and this is Straight from Eden. On this channel, I do everything budgeting and cash stuffing. If that is something you like, consider subscribing to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share with somebody that likes content like this. Today, I am setting up my bill planning page and my budget for April 2026. If that is something you would love to see, stay tuned and let's jump straight to it. So this is my budget planner. I have changed the cover into something more springy with all the butterflies, moth and bugs on this. I love butterflies. And I've paired it with a nice purple disc. Right, so I started recording and I realized that I wasn't recording. Thank God I haven't gone so far in this. I am using this sticker book from Live Love Posh. It's called the Spring Galore and I think it was released like 2 or 3 years ago. And I have decided to use the Easter set here, this ones, and couple that with the Bill Basics sticker book from Care of a Plan. I have decided to use pink for myself and yellow for my son, while I use the purple stickers for the house. So, and I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, so now we can start putting down the bills. I have my setup here for the bills. The first would be for the 25th of April, and that's where I am going to put the rent. And next is water bill. These two bills come out before the 25th, and they usually get taken from like a 1 month ahead account. But once we get paid, then it goes back. We transfer the money back into the 1 month ahead account anyway. So that's why I'm putting them here, because they get paid. The water bill gets paid on the 22nd and this on the 23rd. So that is that. And then on the 1st of the month, we have council tax. Also on the 1st is electric. On the 2nd is Netflix. And 11th is Prime. On the 5th is internet. And that is everything for house bills. So going to my own bills now. On 20, I have flat tax, and on the 5th I have cell phone. Is it going to be 5th now? No, it's going to be on the 3rd, 7 days after I get the bill, and that will be the 3rd of April. And then what else? My credit card on the 30th. Yeah. And then subscriptions on 18th. That is Plum on the 18th. And Vicky on the 22nd. Then on the 20, what date now? On the 30th as well, I have my Lisa. And then what date? Let me go somewhere here so I can spread out these bills. I'm going to do my cash ISA here and stocks and shares. Let's see, somewhere here. Right. So that is my own bill. Then I can go with my son's bills, and that's just 2 of them, which would be on the 30. So many bills for 30. So I'll just put it as 29. A day before, so that I have the money ready. And the second is on the 12th. So the 12th is childcare. Another Sunday. Okay, right. So that is all the bills. Let's put the name and the amount so that we don't make any mistakes. On the 25th here is water, and that is a standard £68. And then we have rent, which is 1,000. I've got black tax here. And 29 is for my son. What's happening on the 29? Don't know. Oh, 29 is Gisa. On the 30 is credit card and Lisa. On the 1st is council tax and electric. Council tax is now 147.50. Let's just say 148. And electric this month is 177 and some change. So I'm just going to say 178. And then on 2nd is Netflix, which is 25. Netflix, no, that's sounds. It's £5.99. I'm gonna say £6. And then on the third here is my cash I saw. Is it? What's happening on the third? Cell phone bill. And the eighth is cash I saw. Cell phone is £28. It used to be 25. And now I got an email that was going up. Of course, it's April. I think it's 27 now. I can't remember. And then this is going to be stocks and shares ISA. The 11th is Prime, and that's £4.46. On the 12th is childcare. On the 15th is internet, and that is 32.23. I'm sure this would also be increasing, but I didn't get any notification. And then on 18th is my Plum Pro, which is £2.99. And on the 22nd is Viki for my Asian movies, and that is, I think, £1.14 or something. Yeah, so that is the bill set, and now I can add my decorative stickers and make this look pretty. Let's do 1, 2, and let's do maybe this way, like this, and then we'll have to cut that off. And yep, and that looks awkward. Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, and then I really like this dress and this basket and the purse. Where do I do this? My days. Okay, let's do it here. And you stay back for now. And then, of course, when we see butterflies, we use them up. I do on a pin here, another butterfly here, and another here. More butterflies, maybe some on this flower, just patching on the flowers like this. Okay, I still need a coat somewhere, so I can put a coat here and put this here. I don't have any orange, neither do I have a green, but I do have a pink. So and do one here and one here. Okay, got more butterflies, and I'm gonna put that here like a section on the Easter eggs. There's a book. Yep, easy reason. And what else can we use? This is a really nice purse, but it's such a big one, so nope. Okay, I think I am going to leave it at that and just put a coat somewhere. Are there any coats in this book? Not sure, not there. So what can we use? I've got all of this fresh air, fine wear coats to use here. I have this one from Amber Plans a Day, and it's one of my favorite quote books. I'm just gonna go there and find the Easter part so I can use something for Easter there. Yep, there we have it. Peep, my happy Easter. For Peep's sake, comes the eggs. Do I have any eggs? So let's use this. I have an excellent Easter. Okay, I don't really like it though. Like it's just nah. Maybe here. No, nah, I don't like the look of it. I think I would go with Don't Worry, Be Happy. Yeah, that actually speaks to me this month. I need all of that. Every reminder not to worry. Don't worry, be happy. We are just going to take it 1 week at a time. And I will do one more budget coat. Okay, yep. Nothing speaks to me. My days. Nothing. Maybe you. And we will put that maybe somewhere. Oops, it's shaking. Yeah. Okay, so I just need to say 2026, and let me see if I have any pastel purple. I guess I do. Then I used black here, so I might as well go with black again. Let's just use this one. Right. So should I say welcome back now? It's 2 days after I filmed this bit of the video, and I had to take a break. That's my life. So now I am going to be setting up the rest of the budget, and the next bit is this, which is the breakdown. For this month again, I am expecting a total of £2,050. For one, we have nothing in debt because that has been fully funded. We're paying for our fridge before and it was £63 every month. We had to pay it off in 6 months and it would be interest free. We were able to pay off in 4 months, so that was a good way to use the buy now, pay later without actually incurring some interest. The next thing I will be feeling is Christmas because that would get £30 and summer holiday would get £50. So that means 2050 minus 80. We have £1,970 to budget for this month. I would go to my fixed expenses next. Rent is a stable £1,000. Council tax is 147.57. Electric for this month is 170.14. So when I shot the video previously, I thought it was 177, but now I've confirmed and it's 179.14. Water bill is 68. Internet, it used to be 32.23, but I know we are now in April and the price of everything changes. I'm expecting that there should be a change in this. The interesting thing is I didn't get a letter, I didn't get any email, no news about it. So I really don't know. I guess I'm just going to put 35. It shouldn't be more than that. And Netflix remains the same, £5.99. And Prime is £4.69. So let's see what we have left. So 1,970 minus 1,147.57 minus 179.14, 68, 35.99 and 4.69. So now I have £529.61 left. Okay, so first in our weekly food shop, there are 5 Fridays in this month. So that is a total of £200 going there. Big food shop would also get about £200 because since there are 5 weeks in the month, it means we need more items in the freezer, more items in the pantry, and stuff like that. So I would say Household Essential will get 40, and let's see what's left. So over here is actually £80, and the total here is 1,147.57, 179.14, 68, 35.99 and 4.69. That is 1,440.39 plus 140.39 plus 80. What am I doing? 140.39 plus 80. 1,520.39 plus 440 minus 2050. Right, so it means this week we have about, I'm just going to say £89 to spend on family day out, which is not bad considering the last 2 months we have been very short on family day out. And now I'm kind of tempted to take some of this out and put into Christmas savings so we can actually save more this month. I'm going to leave it that way. We deserve a treat. It's been a while. 400 plus 40 plus 89, so that is £529 going there. And that is the breakdown for expenses, or the budget for the home expenses. This page is going to be to record all of our expenses in the house, so how we say spend the money for the whole month. This page is enough because most times we end up using like 10 lines out of it. And then this is going to be my son's monthly expense track, kind of, so for baby fund. And then we would go into my personal budget for the month, and I am going to start with my fixed expenses, because of course they are fixed, they don't change, and they kind of tell me how much I have to spend on every other category. So the first is going to be my contribution to the house expenses, and that is £900. The next is baby fund, and that is £150, and that's my contribution to my son's expenses, monthly expenses. Next, I have black tax, and I'm going to say 75. Transportation would get 40. Credit card, my credit card balance due is actually £58, but I pay 116 into the account every month, so that is that. And then cell phone bill is now £27 every month from 25. Next is Viki, which is where I watch my Asian movies, and that is £1.14. It used to be £1.09. And the last is Plum, which is £2.99. Okay, and in total that brings me to 900, 150, 75, 40, 16, 27, 1.14 and 2.9, and that is a total of 1,312.13. Yeah, which is a slight increase from my usual 1,310, obviously, because my cell phone bill has increased. And then for my variable expenses, my spending money or personal would get, I'm going to budget £100 this month, because there are 5 weeks in the month and I get £20 a week. Dining out would be 50, again £10 a week, so that is for 5 weeks. Transportation, which would be for Uber and taxes, is also £50. If you watch my cash stuffing videos, you would realize that I try not to spend these two categories in dining out and transportation, because I tend to use that. I love to put that into my saving challenges, and then later on it gets reallocated into my sinking funds. But it's always nice to have it here, because sometimes I need a taxi, I need a Uber, and I don't want to go into unbudgeted, so it comes from here. And next is birthdays. I actually forgot to add birthday stickers to my bill planning page, but I have 2 birthdays this month, my mom and my brother. So I think I'm going to say £80 for that, and unbudgeted I would say 20. Last month I didn't spend my unbudgeted category, so hopefully I don't this month either. Plus 80 plus 20, and that brings us to a total of 300. Let's just say put that here. And the next area here, expenses, but they are actually my saving categories, but I like to treat them as expenses so I can take them seriously. The first is my 1 month ahead challenge, and my budget for that this month is 150, because I'm almost done with this round of the challenge. I think with about 130 or 135 I should complete that. I'm not sure, so I'm just going to say 150. And then my saving challenges, I believe that needs 150 as well. Then 52 weeks envelope or 52 weeks challenge, I'm just going to say maybe £80, because this is already, I have a lot going on this month, so I'll say £80. Priority sinking funds or long-term sinking funds, I am going to say 80 as well. And then for my low priority sinking funds, I am going to say just 20. And that's because, like I said, my saving challenges, how do I put this? So these saving challenges is actually different from the saving challenges that get reallocated. These saving challenges is a long-term saving challenge, and it has like monthly, the January to December saving challenge. I think that would save me £1,000. And then I have the fiver, like £5 every Friday. And then there's a seasonal one, so that's this one. Now I have another saving challenge that is just like random challenges that I gathered together in a binder, and every time I have extras in my wallet, I get put them into that account, into that binder, just because saving challenges are fun and I don't have enough money to play them. Yeah, if that makes sense. And the last thing is ISAs, which is the only part of my finances and that I don't share on this channel. Of course, the ISAs and my income. So I'm just gonna sum up this plus another 80 and 20. So I have £480 going into that, and that does not include the ISAs, right? And that is that. I have also set up my paycheck for paycheck 1 and 2, and then I have here my weekly check-ins all the way to week 5, and then my sinking fund tracker. This would be for my transaction log, which I barely use because I've not been spending a lot of money besides what's been documented, like what's been budgeted for. Here is my debt tracker and my cash stuffing plan for the month, all the way down here. And this is just an extra note page. So that is everything for my my April budget setup. So just to show you from the beginning, once again, I have it turning down to the page for April, my bill page with all the bills except for the ISAs, and the breakdown of the house budget, a 2050 page to track our expenses, and it takes me to my own personal budget, all the way to my paycheck planning, weekly check-ins, sinking funds tracker, transaction log, debt trackers, cash stuffing plans, and an extra note page. And this is probably going to be a budget closeout page if it's needed. And of course, that is the end. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you stay till the end, if you want to see how I use this budget throughout the month, consider subscribing to the channel so you do not miss out on that. And thank you once again. I hope you have a nice week ahead. Bye.